during the time when Israel was in active conquest of the land of Canaan. The Lord was with them, and they won many battles. The land had been promised. The battles had begun. But something subtle, almost quiet, started to shift in the story of Israel. As the tribes pushed into Canaan, they were winning, yet most of the tribes did something seemingly ignorant which later costed their peace and freedom. Let's examine one story. Small, almost easy to overlook, yet deeply revealing. The house of Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh, set their eyes on a fortified city. Its name was Luz. Its walls stood firm. Its gates were sealed. Its people were watchful. So instead of charging blindly into battle, they waited. They watched. They studied. And then they saw what seemed like an opportunity and took it. A man slipped out of the city, alone, quiet, unaware that eyes were already fixed on him. But in that moment, his path quickly crossed with destiny. He didn't run. He didn't hide, but had a choice to make. The men of Joseph stepped out and surrounded him. No swords drawn. Not yet. Only a question. Sharp, direct. Show us the entrance to the city, and we will show you mercy. It was a choice that cut deeper than any blade. Loyalty to his city, or survival for himself and his family. The night seemed to hold its breath. Then, he agreed. He led them. Not to the main gates. Those were guarded. Not to the walls. Those were watched. But to a hidden way. A vulnerable entrance. A weakness no enemy had seen before. And, through that opening, Israel entered. What followed was swift. The city fell. The inhabitants were struck down. The stronghold of Luz was silenced. But one man was spared. The men of Joseph had already made him a promise to spare him and his entire family. And they did exactly that. They walked out of the ruins of their city alive, carrying with them the memory of what had just been lost. The man didn't stay. He journeyed far, into the land of the Hittites. And there, with the same knowledge, the same instincts, the same memory of city building, he built again. A new city rose from dust and determination, and he gave it a name. Luz. The past, reborn in a new place. On the surface, it was a success. The city was taken. The enemy defeated. And yes, the strategy had worked. But something lingered beneath the victory. A man who knew their methods, their weaknesses, and their strategies, was free. And not only free, but rebuilding another version of the city they just conquered. It was not just the men of Joseph. Across the land, similar choices were being made. Enemies not fully removed. Compromises quietly accepted. Coexistence where there should have been separation. Judah drove out many enemies, but could not dislodge those with iron chariots in the plains. Benjamin allowed the Jebusites to live among them in Jerusalem. Manasseh failed to drive out inhabitants of several cities. Ephraim let the Canaanites remain in Gezer. Zebulun did not drive out the people of Kitron and Nahalal. Asher lived among the Canaanites instead of removing them. Naphtali allowed the inhabitants to remain, subjecting them to forced labor. In many cases, victory got mixed with compromise. What seemed like small decisions would not forever remain small, because the Canaanites who stayed would not stay silent. They would become influence. They would become temptation. They would become a snare. Just as the Lord Almighty had warned Israel, Israel had taken the land. But had they truly possessed it? Or had something dangerous been allowed to remain, quietly growing beneath the surface? Stay tuned as we uncover how these very compromises begin to turn against Israel, changing their destiny in ways they never expected.
Did you enjoy the story? Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. This motivates us to create more Bible-inspired stories to share with you. God bless you.